Yo, what's up everybody? It's Stefan here from Mod to Fame, and we are back with another video. We started out talking about this months ago, and it's the fact that Mopar is getting rid of the V8 engine and going with a 6-cylinder. Man, y'all went crazy then, and I think y'all about to go crazy now. Yes, it's cold and windy out here, but I still got to shoot this for y'all. Anyway, let's jump into this video. Let's go.
I'm in the zone. Give me the throne. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Put on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. 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 I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced through the fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding, you do.
All right, so as you see it behind me, that is my Dodge Durango RT, meaning that it has the 5.7 liter Hemi that's been around forever. Yes, it has some revisions. Yes, it has some better improvements over the years, but for the most part, it has been exactly the same. So what comes after that? The 6.4. The 6.4 was improved. First it was the 6.1, then they made it the 6.4. So it was some improvements along the line, but also a pretty aging engine. Are they amazing engines? Yes, because you get the sound, you get the torquiness, the performance of it. However, in a new age of engines today, which is all about performance and efficiency, they are outside of their reach, outside of their zone. The thing is about these new engines today that are performance and efficiency, they're easy to make go fast too, because in most cases, they have some sort of forced induction associated with them. That's what makes them efficient. The fact that they can make torque lower down, they have a broader power band, all of that. So Mopar was behind the ball. And when Stellantis came aboard and took over, which I made that announcement, Stellantis took over FCA, they said we giving all the brands 10 years to get it together, to become efficient, to meet the standards of what's going to be required of vehicles coming as far as efficiency numbers. And I know we make fun of gas mileage, but right now ain't nobody laughing with these gas prices. That being said, it's freaking cold out here, so let's talk more somewhere else. Mopar has officially announced their new inline 6-cylinder engine called the Hurricane, which I told you guys about already. So we was right, ding, ding, ring the bell. Also, what we were right about is that it was going to be forced induction, which it is, but it is ×2 because it is an inline twin turbo. Being an inline twin turbo, what that means is you have on each side of the engine or each bank, you have a turbo feeding off the exhaust. And so each 3 cylinders are providing exhaust flow to those turbos, which those turbos then turn that exhaust into fresh air back into the engine. Thus you have forced induction. So what that does is it provides a lot more efficiency than just an NA engine doing all of the work. That being said, that's all good stuff, nice stuff, but what does that mean for us in the modified community? Well, if you look, man, some of the fastest cars are 6-cylinder turbos. We can go down a list from the 2JZ, the Supra. Then you got the Nissan GTR 6-cylinder turbo. Then you have more recent cars, like any car that comes with the B58 engine, whether that's the new Supra or BMW 340, M40, the X40, all of them have the B58 engine. And as you guys can see, that motor is putting in work. So I am excited actually to see that Dodge has produced it. So let's talk about the specs on it. It is a 3-liter, it is an inline 6. In addition to that, what I found was that it's a low compression if you get the high output. So they have 2 models, a standard model and a high output model. The standard model is going to produce 400 horsepower. The high output model is going to produce 500 horsepower. But when I looked at the details, there's a lot more going on in 100 extra horsepower. In a turbo car, that's just a matter of turning up the boost a little bit. So what did they do to make the high output model be able to turn up that boost and still stay efficient, and still be reliable, they reduce the compression. It goes from a 10-4-to-1 to a 9-4-to-1. Less compression means that you can add more boost safely. It allows you to add more boost and more timing. That being said, dude, if they're gonna give it to you with 500 horsepower out the box and claim that it can do 100,000 miles with never having an issue or more, because they're gonna warranty it for almost that long, then I guarantee you that these are gonna be some strong ass engines. In addition to that, I found out that they're going to have a plasma wire filled process for the cylinder walls. So there's two ways you can make the cylinder stronger. You can sleeve them, which is the traditional old school way, which is why the Hellcat motors are 6.2 instead of a 6.4, is because they took that 6.4, the walls were too thin to add boost to, so then they sleeved it and made it a 6.2. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So think about that, but using a different process. Instead of a sleeve, they use a newer plasma wire process that basically makes the cylinder walls heat resistant, because heat is what breaks things. So therefore, that's almost, I don't know what the pistons and rods are gonna be, if they're gonna be forged or not, but I'm willing to put money on the fact of if they are going to make this turbo and they're gonna make the high output one, then more than likely it's gonna have forged pistons and rods. The thing it's gonna come with though is baby turbos. I know it's gonna come with baby turbos because they spool quickly, and that's what gets cars moving quickly, and that's what helps them to be efficient as well. That being said, man, I'm looking forward to the day when this new engine comes, this 3-liter inline 6 twin turbo. Another cool factor is that it is air to water cooled. There's a air to water heat exchanger on the engine right next to it, much like that of the BMW M4s. I think the competition models have that as well. So basically you can add a larger ice tank or something in the car to add more capacity to keep it cooler longer. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool stuff. I'm super excited about it. In addition to that, what that cooler charge temps mean is also more timing, more boost safely, because it's cooler temperatures going into the engine. In addition to that, the 6.4 weighs 600 pounds fully loaded. Fully loaded means everything on it, all the electronics, all the harnesses, everything. This motor, fully loaded, is going to weigh 460 pounds. So if it's in the same vehicle, then that means that you are reducing 160 pounds off the nose alone. That is huge in a car where, you know, the Mopars have always been known for being boats, known for being heavy. Well, this is definitely a start in the right direction. The thing is, I don't know what cars is gonna go in, because as far as the cars, but as far as the SUVs, they're gonna start rolling out in the SUVs as soon as later this year, probably starting with the Jeep Cherokee and cars of that nature. But I just want to know, are they going to reach the Charger and the Challenger? Either way, I think that this is a huge step forward for Mopar as far as the tuning world, because you'll be able to take one of these, any turbo car pretty much, you can add a little boost to, a little fueling to, and pick up 80 wheel horsepower with a tune only, right? Usually it's 80 to 100 wheel horsepower, tune only. So add some exhaust to that to open up those turbos to flow better, and add a little bit more fuel. Maybe, I don't know if it's gonna be, the thing is I didn't see, is it gonna be port injected? Is it direct injected? We don't know. That's the part I don't know yet. There's a lot of information that still has to come out, but I can tell you, I'm actually excited enough to say that whatever cool car it comes in first, that I'm actually interested in getting my hands on one. So you actually might see a 6-cylinder coming to this channel. A lot of you guys who have SXTs ask me now what to do. And unfortunately, there isn't a lot of aftermarket support. But with this new engine, the aftermarket support is going to be wild. And we have the layout already done with all of the other platforms that have this. I mean, Other cars that are 3-liter 6-cylinders, I think, also include the Infiniti Q50. What else is 3-liter 6-cylinder? There's a good amount of cars that have this recipe that we see it works. But the thing that I like about Mopar with the high output option is going to be putting out more horsepower than all of those cars from the factory. From the factory, before any mods, is going to be putting out the most power from its 3-liter 6-cylinder of all of its competitors. So I'm super excited for that. Now the sound is something that we're just going to have to get used to. It is what it is. You know, ain't nothing we can do about that. But what I'm also excited about is seeing how it's going to fare inside of the new Hellcat. That's right, guys. That's what I think is going to happen. I think that the next variation of a Hellcat is going to have the high output engine coupled with a hybrid motor. I think it's going to be a hybrid vehicle that the engine is going to produce probably 550. They may bump it up a little bit more, which is why it has such low compression already. They may bump it up a little bit more with more boost. Maybe it makes 550. And the electric engine may make another 250 for a total of 800 horsepower. 800 horsepower. That's right, guys. I think, and I'm calling it now, the new Hellcat is going to be a hybrid, and it's going to make 800 horsepower using this same engine. So this engine is going to be from the lowest of the models all the way to the highest of the models. And the lowest of the models is going to be the standard output, and then the highest of the models is going to be the high output. Either way, man, I'm super excited, and this is a different perspective on this engine, I know, but it's still good to see. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I would love that engine for my Durango. The towing capabilities alone are going to be crazy because it's going to make a lot more torque, and then the ability to add just a little tuner on it and up the boost a little bit and pick up power, it's going to be unmatched, man. I'll be honest with you, it really is. The V8s are not going to be able to touch what's going to be possible from an aftermarket standpoint of this turbo engine NA versus this turbo car. So exciting times ahead, boys. So long story short, man, it's gonna be a little powerhouse. It really is. This is the direction that Mopar is headed. And you know what, man, one thing that I'm happy about is they're not heading to full electric straight away, that they're stair-stepping it. The fact that they're still producing a gas-powered engine at all is big, because whereas every other manufacturer is getting out of the gas-powered game, period, and going full electric, Mopar will still hold you down. You know what I mean? So what, the engine is a little smaller, it's going to sound a little different, but it's going to produce power way different. And for those of you who just want to be fully old school and not let it go, that's cool. There's going to be cars out there for you too, man. You'll be able to pick up a used model. These engines will be around a very long time. You'll still be able to get your hands on one, so you don't have to worry about that. If you just die hard and can't let it go, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be the person that has both. I'm going to be die hard, can't let it go, one in the garage, and then the one that's in the driveway that I drive all the time is going to be probably one of these efficient joints. Anyway, it's your boy Stephen here from Mod to Fame, and if you like this video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification so you don't miss no more videos going forward. And you know what? I'm feeling really good, man. We are back. If you have not been getting the notifications, it's okay. A lot of you haven't. Your boys at YouTube say, yo, Steph, you ain't been on your grind enough. We putting a little hole on you. We're not even going to let your subscribers know you posting videos no more. So, you know what? Let's fight back, guys. Do me a favor. Unclick the bell, click the bell again, let them know that you re-engage and you here and you want this type of information as well as the type of smoke we're going to be giving up, because you know it's gapping season, baby. Modtofame.com, gapping season, you know what it is. Anyway, yo, I appreciate you guys, man, for another one, and I will see you guys in probably about another day and a half or so. We've been posting on average about every other day. So If you've been missing that, go back, check some of the uploads. They have been absolutely fire. We have not stopped with the quality content. YouTube just stopped suggesting it. Anyway, I appreciate y'all, man. Much love. I'll see you in the next one. We out.